Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with no lax range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
What an incredibly insightful conversation. Thank you so much, ladies. Now, identifying as lactose intolerant often means that you can't share the same foods as your friends and family, which can be tough. So today, we're making frozen berry popsicles using a no-lac, lactose-free dairy snack so that everyone can enjoy the same dessert. And these popsicles are a summer essential, Dumi.
Yes, Bali. Talking about identity, I wanted to make sure that I bring forth a dessert that identifies as delicious, creamy, and refreshing, and that is exactly what these popsicles are.
I know we say it all the time, but it really does tick all the boxes.
It does. It does. It's also refreshing. It's so easy to prepare because you make ahead and freeze. You know, it's something that is very involved that you can get the kids involved in. I can get Palesa involved in. I can get anyone involved in. So much so that you could even change the ingredients that you want to put in terms of the fruits that we're using. So to make our popsicle today, I've got some compote that's already been made ahead of time. The recipe is on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za, but it's just a mixture of some berries as well as some sugar and some lemon juice. Just reduce that for a bit to get it nice and thickened, and that's going to be one of the layers for our popsicle. But Bali, may I ask you just to pass me the no-lac, which is going to be the base of our popsicles today. Into this little bowl, I'm going to add our sweetener, which in this case we're going to be using some honey, but you're more than welcome to use maple syrup. If you want to just use the natural sweetness of the berries as well, you're more than welcome to just keep it at that with just the compote. You know, that also works. So I'm going to go in with a couple of scoops. In fact, I'm just going to spoon it in here because I'm going to eyeball it.
Yeah, you scoop a lot. I do love a good dairy-based popsicle to cool me down. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people who are lactose intolerant, alarm bells start ringing when they hear dairy. But what's so lovely about this no-lac dairy snack is that it is still made with milk. It is still dairy-based. However, you can now enjoy it without the discomfort because it doesn't have that lactose.
Exactly, Palesa, which means it's also very forgiving for you to be able to make it for everyone so that no one is left behind.
So in the bowl, you have just put in the honey just for that added sweetness, which I think is essential. Berries they tend to be quite tart, like quite bitter sometimes. So adding that extra honey definitely helps. You've mixed it all together, and now?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is we've got our compote here. So I'm going to start with just putting about a teaspoon of it at the base because we want it to obviously look cute as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the compote as our base. We could use any type of fruit of your choice. Just be mindful that it's not too much of a fruit that's going to get too watery as well, because once it dissolves and you start obviously enjoying the popsicle, it's going to dissolve everywhere. But the thing about the berries is that they actually hold the bud. As you can see, it's quite a thick
consistency.
Yeah. And so we're going to go in with some fresh fruit as well. I'm going to add just a couple of berries. This is where the creativity comes in, because if you want to, you can slice these in half and just give them a bit of a pattern in there. If you want to, you can just add them whole like I'm doing right now, because it gives a bit of a bite when you bite into your popsicle as well. And then I'm leaving some with just the raspberries and some I'm adding the blackberries into that. And it is also important to make sure there's no air pockets in there. So I'm just going to tap it down and make sure that all the filling goes all the way to the bottom.
Yes, so that when it does freeze, it freezes solid.
Correct.
I mean, this looks like something that is store-bought. It is beautiful. It came together very, very lovely. And I mean, for someone who literally spends their life talking, this is something cool to cool me down.
I agree with you, Palesa. Something to cool you down, something refreshing. It is lactose-free. Everyone can enjoy it. So I'm going to just continue making these, Palesa, while you're enjoying that over there.
This is definitely something for the whole family. You know, a lot of people, when they hear popsicle, they think children, they think a kiddie's treats, but this is perfect for all age groups.
For all age groups.
It's not too sweet as well.
Yeah. And then this can go into the freezer to freeze for at least 3 hours. I normally say give it overnight because you want to make sure it's fully solid. But this into the freezer for 3 hours and you've got yourself a refreshing popsicle to enjoy.
Well, cheers to that. These lactose-free frozen berry popsicles are as delicious as they are inclusive. So to get your hands on this recipe, simply head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.